guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Jacqueline, the Holistic Siren, bringing you healing to your physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies. And as you see in the title, this is the health reading for Aquarius for January 2021. So Aquarius, you are an air sign. You are ruled by Saturn and Uranus. You love your freedom. You're very independent, but also social, which is really interesting. You've got a little bit of a dichotomy there. You are like the social justice warriors. You stand up for what's right. You are social trailblazers, and you prefer logic and intellect over more emotional things and things that are not based in research, science, things like that. So I am super excited to do this reading for Aquarius specifically because my readings have a health focus. So it'll tie in a lot of logic and science with more unconventional types of sciences such as astrology and oracle readings. Okay. My dog is walking around, so you guys might see her. That is Lizzie. All right. So I am going to be pulling from 3 decks: my Chakra Insight Oracle deck, my Sacred Self-Care, and then Wild Offering. So we are going to find out what chakras and what areas of the body require focus for Aquarius for January, what forms of self-care are recommended for you to practice, and what you need to release and let go of. Okay, so I'm going to hop right into it. All right, my Aquarius who like structure. So Divine, what does Aquarius need to focus on regarding their health in January? What does Aquarius need to focus on in January regarding their health? Okay. What does Aquarius need to focus on regarding their health in January? Very common misconception too, you guys, that Aquarius, because it contains the word aqua, is a water sign. You guys are an air sign. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. So, Aquarius. I feel like because we have now entered the age of Aquarius, now that we're in 2021, so I feel like you guys are probably feeling a lot of the effects with regard to the turbulent energy that's been going around, especially here in the United States. I know all over the world there's stuff going on. If you guys can hear in the background, there's sirens, and I hear like sirens for police cars, and sounds like a fire truck too. So perfect timing. Thank you, universe, for the synchronicity and confirmation. So you guys, so Aquarius, it governs the root chakra. So your root chakra is at the base of your spine. Okay, so no surprise here that the home card was pulled. So the cards are color coordinated, so red is the color of the root chakra, hence why I say I brought up the root chakra, not only because it is the chakra that Aquarius governs. You also got guidance, support, love, signs, direction. This is very crown chakra to me, so above the head. It's the only chakra that is not contained within the physical body. And then on the bottom of the deck, we just have straight up third eye chakra. Okay, so your third eye is in between your brow line, like right in the center. All right, that is all your intuition. Okay, so your root chakra is the material world, your sense of stability and security, your foundations. And I feel like for Aquarius, for you guys in January, it's almost like you're not on, I keep hearing not on solid footing. You're not on solid footing. And actually the parts of the body that Aquarius governs are the shins and the ankles. And the root chakra governs the lower body. So your feet, your legs, and your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands are responsible for your stress response, or part of your stress response, part of the sympathetic nervous system. So I feel like you guys are in this like fight or flight mode. Like you're feeling a lot of instability because of everything that's going on in the world, but also like instability in truly knowing like what direction you need to go with regard to your health. I feel like stress levels are very, very high, and it's causing a lot of like blockage, okay, in the third eye, which I'm gonna double check for you guys, but I'm pretty sure it governs the brain just because of the area that chakra is in. But again, I just like to fact check, and I'm sure you guys appreciate this. Yep, okay, so third eye chakra, your eyes, your pituitary gland, autonomic nervous system, your brain, mind, nose, and ears. Okay, so a lot of your senses, so sight, hearing, and smell. All right. And your autonomic nervous system, think of it like automatic. So any responses in the body that you don't have to logically think about doing or take action, your body already does it. And your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems are branches of the autonomic nervous system. Okay, so that fight or flight response. So I feel like what you guys, this actually makes a lot of sense. What you guys are seeing and hearing is making you feel unstable in your life. Okay, like you don't know if you're coming or going. You don't know what the economy is going to look like. You don't know what. Basically, you don't have a solid foundation in life, and it's making it very difficult for you to set solid foundations, like with whatever you're doing, but especially with your health. I feel like these excess cortisol levels are either really high. So for me, when I'm very stressed, I get a lot of digestive issues, and right now my stomach is like a little like not feeling so great. So to me, that signifies like maybe you guys are having some stomach issues or gut issues because of elevated cortisol levels. And the reason that would happen is because cortisol slows down your digestive system. And the reason being is when you're in a fight or flight mode or stress response mode, your body is going to prioritize systems in the body that are required to get away from stress. Like your body has no idea why you're stressed. It just knows that you are, and it doesn't compartmentalize the different types of stress, like physical, emotional, mental. All it knows is that you're in a stressful environment and it needs to get away. So you guys may be experiencing like very slow digestion, or like when you eat, your stomach gets upset. You may be experiencing constipation or diarrhea, depending on the person. Also a lot of like brain fog. So when I see third eye chakra, with regard to health, it's a lot of brain fog, a lot of like forgetfulness, like misplacing your keys, like not being able to remember a word that you know, and it's making you very, very frustrated. And it's so with the brain fog, and it's probably very frustrating for you guys because you guys are all logic, and I think to remedy some of what's going on, you need to connect spiritually. Okay, connect with that higher aspect of yourself, your higher self, and you can do this through meditation. I feel like you've been getting a lot of signs, synchronicities, direction on where to go to be able to set a solid foundation in life. Because like I said, the crown chakra is the only chakra not contained within the physical body, and the root chakra is at the base. So this is the first and this is the seventh. Okay, so it's like your higher self, your divine spirit team, God, your angels, whatever resonates with you, is trying to tell you or give you signs on how to set solid foundations, but you're not listening because you guys are all logic. Okay, you're all in your mind, and there has to be a happy medium. There has to be a balance between the two. And I feel like if you guys find balance between like the two, like the spiritual side and the more logical side, more physical based world side, this stress response will kind of remedy itself. But from a health aspect, if I feel like you guys aren't sleeping well either. It's like I hear a term I think of when I think of this herb I'm going to tell you about is wired and tired. So it's like your mind is racing constantly, but your body's physically tired, like you want to go to sleep. So it's like you can see actually here in the card illustration, there's this little, I don't know what he is, like squirrel or something. He's chilling in his hammock, just like sleeping. And then we've got third eye, and I feel like you guys want this so badly, but there's so much going on up here that you're just like running through that you guys are having a hard time settling down. So when I think wired and tired, the herb I think of is ashwagandha. Okay, it's an Ayurvedic herb. You can take it in capsule form. You can take it in liquid form. If you've never taken it before, I wouldn't recommend the liquid form. It is very earthy and bitter. I would recommend taking capsule powder form, or you can drink ashwagandha tea. I'll put the link to both the capsules that I recommend as well as the tea that I use personally in the description box below, so you guys can check it out. It'll all be on Amazon for convenience for you guys. But yeah, you guys need to settle this down. Like, get out of your mind, connect with your spirit team, because they're giving you direction on things that you focus on: the material world, the physical world, the logical world. Okay. It's time to like marry the two. But the reason I recommend the ashwagandha is because that will help calm your mind, your nervous system. It'll help lower your cortisol levels. I'm hearing CBD in my head too, and because there is a lot of research coming out with regard to CBD, and you guys love logic and science, I would definitely look into CBD. I'm hearing broader full spectrum, not isolate. So the difference is isolate is just CBD, okay? The broad spectrum is going to have more cannabinoids. I forget how many there are. It's definitely over, I think, 100. But there's different types of cannabinoid molecules. So broad spectrum will include a wide variety of them except for THC, and then full spectrum will contain all the cannabinoids including THC. Legally, CBD distributors have to keep the THC levels below a certain amount. So if you're comfortable with having a little like THC in the CBD that you're taking, totally fine. If not, go with a broad spectrum. I'm hearing like don't take isolate. It's not going to be enough. It's definitely not going to be enough. You guys need full spectrum, which makes a lot of sense because actually you can see in the guidance card. Sorry. There we go. It's a circle. It's like full spectrum, okay? And it's encompassing a tree. So the physical world, physical reality, earth, like literally physical earth and a tree. So you guys need to marry the spiritual and the physical. That's what I keep getting a lot of, right? Also with the root chakra, eating foods that are red in color and any root vegetables will be very, very helpful. Root vegetables are actually really good at balancing hormones, okay, and they can be good for cortisol levels. Complex carbohydrates, anything high in fiber, is great for lowering cortisol levels, especially if you if you consume complex carbs at night. That will lower your cortisol levels fantastically. So complex carbohydrates are high fiber foods, so think sweet potatoes, oats, rice like jasmine, basmati. I wouldn't do brown, depending on where it's harvested. Brown rice can be very high in arsenic, okay? And you guys, right now your body doesn't need any additional stress. But yeah, rice, oats, sweet potatoes, whole grains. You guys can, Google what complex carbs or high fiber foods for sure. Try not to eat processed high fiber foods, like things that have added fiber. Anything in like a package outside of like oats and rice. Get something that has like one or two ingredients listed on the ingredient list. Keep it simple because I feel like things are like way too chaotic up here right now. So if you do these things, the ashwagandha tea or the supplement form, and then you eat the grounding foods, the root vegetables, and then, like I said, whole grains, high fiber foods, you're going to see cessation of symptoms with regard to the brain fog, the racing thoughts, the sleeplessness, the poor memory, poor like short-term memory, and you'll feel more connected to your intuition, and you'll notice more of what your divine team is trying to tell you to help you in the physical world, which is what you guys focus on, okay? And I feel like you guys are frustrated too. Like, I feel like it's welling up in my chest. Like, you guys are really frustrated because you're trailblazers. Like, you're really social people. You like being part of communities and making a difference. And when you're all up here and you don't feel good and you feel like shit, you're not going to be able to perform. You're not going to be able to effectively be a part of a community and make a difference, okay? So that's what you need to focus, the chakras you need to focus on, root, third eye, and crown. Now, I'm going to pull from self-care. I like this for you guys too because these are all things that you can do in the physical world. So, Divine, what forms of self-care does Aquarius need to practice in January? What forms of self-care does Aquarius need to practice in January? And if you guys have questions, you can post them in the comments. I'll definitely get to them. I feel like you guys are anxious. Like, anxiety is running high for you guys. Hence why my cards went all over the place. Okay. Wow. You guys, scattered. You guys are scattered. Okay. Wow, you guys got a lot of stuff. All right. I think you guys like options. You guys definitely like to know what your options are. All right, so we have make an altar. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense to me because making an altar, connecting or making an altar with crystals, pictures of loved ones who have passed, candles. It's a place of meditation. It's a place for you to connect with your higher self, your divine team, your angels, God, your loved ones. You can put flowers, candles, crystals, like I said, photos, whatever really resonates with you, okay? The other is dance, okay? I know you guys are an active sign, and I feel like this energy needs a shakeup. Like, you need to get energy flowing, and actually a lot of the signs have been getting this card because I feel like there's so much energy in the environment, and it's like clogging up your chakras, okay? So dancing is a great way to kind of move your body. And for the social aspect, actually, I said this for Taurus and Cancer also, like, go to the gym and take a class, or watch a class, or like a Zumba or something on YouTube, or like, I don't know, something you can do that's like social, that moves your body, okay? Sound healing came up for you as well. And I feel like you guys want a lot of options because some of these are going to resonate for some of you and some are not. So sound healing is very effective at lowering stress levels. Actually, each chakra has a specific note that is associated with it. I don't remember what note is associated with the root chakra, but you can Google it. or I'll put it in the description box, the notes that are associated with each chakra. I feel like you guys can listen to 432 hertz or 639 hertz. Those are two of the suffragio frequencies. Those are very, very healing. And just so you know, each cell in your body vibrates at a certain frequency. So there is a lot of research that's coming out in the scientific community with regard to sound healing and frequency therapies for different types of ailments, including cancer. Okay. So, nourish your temple is the other. Now, this can mean a few different things. So, the woman in the photo is covered in leaves and her body is green. And actually, this makes a lot of sense because you guys, Aquarius doesn't govern the heart chakra, but the faculty of the heart chakra is air, and you guys are an air sign. So a lot of times if you practice self-care from your heart center, or you do something that makes you feel love, hope, joy, a very strong emotion that you emit from your heart, that can make you feel better. And it also is effective at lowering cortisol levels, okay? And you can see here her hand is on her gut. Okay, so a focus on gut health, I feel like, is really, really important. And the leaves in the photo are actually, they blossom into a flower on top of her head. Okay, so that to me would signify crown. So the connection between the body, the physical body, and the spiritual body is very much apparent in this. Also nourish so heart chakra, that is like all green foods, things that are very nutrient dense, like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, green apples, like things that are green. Include more of that in your diet if you're not already. I think that you guys will find it very, very helpful. All right. Okay. The next one is sing. All right. So activate that throat chakra, guys. Make some sound. All right. So actually, dancing, I mean, you can do it without music, but you usually would do it with music. Sound bath, and then we have sing. So I feel like music would be very, very helpful for you guys in general. So if you feel like opening up that heart chakra, your heart chakra actually is the bridge between the lower chakras and the higher. So it would make sense to open up that stream of energy. So from the root to the heart, and then to the third eye and the crown, you want that energy flow, right? Because the neck is the bridge between the lower chakras and the upper chakras. And last but not least, only one other sign got this. I forget which one, but sex. Okay? Sex is a great way to get you out of your head. Okay? And when you orgasm, oxytocin is like a cortisol flush to your body, okay? Sorry, I feel like you guys really need this, like really bad. And when you do get it, I feel like you guys are just gonna enjoy it so much. And you're gonna be like, oh my God, Jack, thank you so much for telling me. So it could be sex with yourself. If you want to masturbate, totally fine, okay? Orgasm is orgasm. Oxytocin will be produced once you orgasm. And again, that will flush that cortisol and help decrease that fight or flight response that's causing the brain fog, the racing thoughts, the sleeplessness, the poor digestion, so on and so forth, okay? One more thing on the bottom of the deck, I wasn't going to say this, but now that I saw sex. Alone time. Give yourself some alone time, okay? Get out of, don't focus on the social situations or giving of yourself right now, Aquarius. I know that's hard. You need to give to yourself before you give to others. Okay. So last but not least, we are going to see what you guys need to release in January of 2021. So Divine, what does Aquarius need to release in January 21? What does Aquarius need to release in January 2021? What does Aquarius need to release in January 2021? You guys don't want to let something go. Having a hard time letting go. What is it, Aquarius? Wow, you guys are like, this never happens. This actually happened with Cancer. It's almost like you guys don't want to know because it fell far away from me. Trying to avoid it. Something you're trying to avoid. Okay. Loneliness. That's what you guys need to release. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude, and that's when kindred spirits can finally come. Hey guys, sorry about that. My dog was barking and my best friend popped in over my house really quick. So I am going to reread this card for you. So what Aquarius needs to release in 2020 for January 2021 is loneliness. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude, and that's when kindred spirits can finally come. Okay, so I feel like you guys feel like a little lost because of everything that's going on right now, and feeling lost can feel very lonely. And like I said earlier, you guys are very independent, but you like having a tribe that has a cause associated with it, or a cause that goes along, or you like being with people of like mind. And I feel like maybe your friend group has shifted. Maybe you're feeling like your family's views don't align with yours, and it can feel very lonely. And it can cause you to think about it a lot, right? It can cause a lot of anxiety because you're like, okay, well then where do I belong? And there are so many societal changes happening now, especially in the United States, at least where I live. And that can be very, very scary and anxiety provoking. So don't be afraid of, or what you need to release is the fear of being by yourself. I think right now, just like one of your self-care cards said, alone time, I think it's time to get a little introspective and, feel your way through a lot of the emotions that you're feeling, which will definitely help the excess stress that you're dealing with right now too. And I think you'll find some peace in that as well. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have self-sufficiency. The ultimate self-sufficiency is relying on God. It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it's saying, God is my source and I am willing to receive all the help, love, and support that wants to come. So this is such crown chakra, you guys. Get out of your head. Stop thinking that release that you need to handle everything on your own and be self-sufficient. Your divine team is telling you, like, they want to help you so badly. You just need to reconnect. You need to reestablish that connection, okay? And once you reestablish that connection, you can act physically. You can act through the physical body, through causes that align with you, that align with your morals and your ethics. And it'll make you feel more fulfilled. You'll find your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe right now. And I think right now you're trying to figure out your vibe. So what you need to release is the sense of loneliness that you have because you're never truly alone, and self-sufficiency. You need to reconnect with that crown, with your divine team, so you can act accordingly in the physical world with regard to causes that are important to you. Okay? So that is the reading for Aquarius. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also tip me through my Cash App, PayPal, or buy me a coffee. The link is in my bio or in the description box. I really do appreciate the energy exchange, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your January, Aquarius, and I love you so, so much.